Donald Trump has suffered a major Sunday setback, with the New York Times reporting that one of his most enthusiastic congressional supporters just isn't feeling the love for the dictator-in-chief these days, and I have a breakdown of the expose that includes the words delusional, hostile act, and threatened by the White House coming up next. Threatened by the White House over what, you might ask? And the answer is the Jeffrey Epstein files. I'll share who Trump's White House is describing as hostile and her act in just a minute. But first, here's another breaking Epstein story from Congress that exposes the dirty tricks involved. The first clip you'll see sets up what appears to be a Democrat win, and the second knocks it down.
Plus, the breaking news tonight, Democrats securing the final push they need to force a vote on the release of the Epstein files, as Democrat Adelita Grijalva wins the special election in Arizona's 7th congressional district.
And context for this clip comes from Ron Smith, who posted, "This is outrageous. Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva says Speaker Johnson has no plans to swear her in anytime soon, despite others being sworn in a few hours after being elected. Reason? Speaker Johnson doesn't want her as the final vote in the Epstein discharge petition. She confirms, though, that she will vote yes on the discharge petition."
Do you know when your swearing in is going to be? It doesn't appear to be on the calendar yet.
I really don't.
Or do you think we'll be waiting until mid-October for you to get sworn in officially?
I really hope not. I mean, if, let's say, it's the first official day of votes, then that would be October 7th. September 30th is a pro forma day. October 3rd is a pro forma day. So the Speaker's office has the information from our Secretary of State here in Arizona with the information that has been provided in the past for the most recent swearing-ins.
And I'm wondering if you can also confirm
why the rules are different here in Tucson.
Some life planning needs to be done. But can you confirm that you are planning on signing the discharge petition to force the release of the Epstein documents?
I absolutely will be that decisive 218th signer.
So we'll keep you posted on that story. Meanwhile, the Sunday headache that Trump now has over the Epstein files, that there is no dirty trick for because it was caused by a MAGA Republican, came to my attention via a post on X. PMS posted, "Marjorie Taylor Greene flips White House the bird amid MAGA civil war." And the flight of the bird flipping led me to a New York Times article by Annie Carney with the headline,
"Greene, straying from Trump, reflects an emerging MAGA split. The right-wing Republican congresswoman from Georgia has grown disillusioned with her own party and with President Trump, and increasingly willing to say so. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, the right-wing Republican from Georgia, did not appreciate being threatened by the White House over her backing for a bill ordering the release of the Epstein files. So after a Trump official put out word that doing so would be viewed as a very hostile act, she called a top West Wing aide to push back. I told them, 'You didn't get me elected. I do not work for you. I work for my district.' She recounted recently during a wide-ranging interview in her office on Capitol Hill. We aren't supposed to just be whipped on our votes because they're telling us what to do with this scary threat, or saying, 'We'll primary you,' or that we won't get invited to the White House events. Me personally, I don't care," Ms. Greene went on. These days, when she encounters tactics like that from Mr. Trump's team, she added, "I'm like, expletive you." Many Republicans in Congress still act giddy when Mr. Trump calls them by their first names and dutifully fall in line with his every pronouncement. But Ms. Greene, long one of Mr. Trump's most loyal allies, no longer appears to have stars in her eyes about the president. "It changes when someone goes into office," Ms. Greene said, choosing her words carefully to avoid criticizing the president directly. Any president, they're in a cone of information that they're being provided. That's a serious factor happening. Ms. Greene's stance on the Epstein files. She is one of just 3 Republicans who have signed onto the petition to force a floor vote on the issue. And other issues like the war in Gaza have earned her strange new respect from Democrats who have been somewhat horrified to find themselves agreeing with Ms. Greene on, well, anything.
For the full story, visit the New York Times website. Greene may have stormed into Congress as a MAGA mascot, but now she's Trump's problem child, and it's very satisfying. When Trump's White House team tried to strong-arm her over releasing the Epstein files, she didn't just shrug it off. She declared her independence, at least with regards to this matter. For a woman who once worshipped at the altar of Trump, this represents a pretty significant crack in the wall he built around the Republican Party. And I will give her the final word. In a post yesterday, she said, among other things, To be clear, to set the record straight on my support for the Massey Epstein discharge petition, I stand with girls and women who were sexually abused and period, every time, at all times. For me, it's not about a pissing contest between political parties or political enemies. The Epstein rape and pedophile network must be exposed. If anyone is implicated, then they have the right to clear their name. Release all the Epstein information by any means possible.